Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another offseason rebuild, and today we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last season, the Cavs went 51-31. That was good enough to get them the 4 seed in the Eastern Conference before they ultimately lost in 5 in the first round to the New York Knicks, which, albeit they are a somewhat young, up-and-coming team, but that really kind of felt like a disappointing loss, especially only in 5 games. So I don't mean to discredit the New York Knicks whatsoever. They definitely were the better team in this series. But Cleveland here is definitely building something really, really special. This offseason, they went ahead and signed Max Strus. They signed Georges Niang as kind of their 2 big guys that are both going to be rotational pieces. And I really kind of like both of these signings for a couple different reasons. Now, we're going to talk about how I kind of like them in the game, which is definitely a little bit different than how I like them in real life. Here in 2K, as I'm sure many of you know, the Cavs are one of their, the favorite teams. I mean, they're one of these teams that wins at least 1 championship every single time I do a rebuild. Hopefully, we can get them at least 1 today. And of course, as I mentioned in pretty much every single video, we are in such a weird point right now where there's nothing major really happening. Obviously, we're waiting on a couple potential big trades. Other than that, it's basically a waiting game at this point. So if you guys have anything you want to see, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. Pretty much down for whatever at this point in time. I mean, obviously, waiting for a big move to come. We're also waiting for 2K24, which isn't too far away. But there's definitely some things we can still do, and I know you guys have ideas. Let me know those down below. But we do have a Cavs rebuild to do today. It's going to be a 3-year rebuild because obviously, again, especially with 2K being such a big fan of this team, it shouldn't be too hard. But let's get into this one. Alright, so let's dive into this roster real quick. Again, I don't think this is going to be one of those rebuilds where there's too many major changes before year 1. But again, I've said that before and there have been. So let's just get into it, go over it. Darius Garland is a good young player. His name was maybe in some trade rumors this offseason. You saw it getting floated around. I don't know if I necessarily believe that it was anything really substantial at any point in time, but he plays extremely well here in 2K especially, and yeah, if he continues to do that, I have no plans of changing my starting point guard. Ricky Rubio is here, good veteran presence on this team. Ty Jerome signed a 2-year deal with this team. I know it says 4-year. I will update it at the start of next year because I cannot update it right now. You can't change contracts in the offseason. Shooting guard spot, Donovan Mitchell, best player on this team, obviously was acquired last summer. Finished out his first season relatively strongly with the Cavs, but he was really good for them throughout the majority of the season, and only 26 years old. No plans to move on from him. Karis LeVert re-upped with the Cavs for 2 years at $32 million. Will probably stay behind Donovan Mitchell. I believe in the playoffs there were some lineups and some rotations they were running where he was actually their starting 3. I definitely could do that, and maybe he could fit into that spot really fine. But if we take a look at the small forward spot, obviously Isaac Okoro is here, number 5 overall pick back in 2020. And, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say Isaac Okoro is, like, hot garbage or anything like that, because that just wouldn't be true. But if he doesn't develop necessarily the way I'm hoping he does, or maybe the way I think he has the potential to, there's definitely an opportunity for us to maybe make an upgrade there. Obviously, a very big signing for them this offseason was Max Strus. They gave him a bag. He ended up leaving the Miami Heat, and, yeah, he's now here. He's going to be potentially a new sharpshooter for them. Whether he's coming off the bench in the starting lineup, I have no idea which way it's going to work. We will see. Amani Bates is here. Had a very strong summer league for them. The Cavs did win the summer league championship. He was a big reason for that. I don't know if we're going to be able to develop him at all. At one point in time, he was a very hyped up prospect. That kind of didn't translate too much. But you know what? He played well in the summer league. Got to give him credit. Evan Mobley is a D-point candidate. He was last year. I'm assuming he will be this year. He's only 22. Dude's an absolute stud. Dean Wade, I don't know. I mean, especially in 2K. I feel the same way about this Georges Niang contract. Again, they're both 73 overalls, and they're both definitely making a little bit of money. So I do think there's definitely room to upgrade my backup power forward spot. We'll see if I do that. Isaiah Mobley is here. Obviously him, Evan Mobley. And yeah, Isaiah Mobley played great in the summer league. He really did. So I'm hoping that this 2-way contract converts to, maybe some sort of full-time, fully guaranteed deal for Isaiah Mobley. We'll see, but obviously it's good that he had a really promising summer league. Center spot, Jarrett Allen. Huge fan of him. Love the contract. Love the age. Love what he brings out there. And I believe they actually just traded for Damian Jones from the Jazz, I think. But I would maybe like to upgrade this backup center spot before we do head into year 1. So if I'm just looking over some moves, I mean, in terms of backup centers here, yeah, I mean, there's nothing here. Oh, Paul. Actually, I'm not going to sign Paul Reed. This is not a completely updated shared file. This is one I got like 3 weeks ago before Paul Reed signed. So I'm not going to sign Paul Reed. That feels a little cheesy. Oops, excuse me, wrong button. Other than that, I mean, Bol already signed technically with the Suns, or I would maybe consider playing him at the backup center spot, but we might just have to do a trade, so let's see what we can find. Not sure what exactly it would cost to acquire Mo Wagner here from the Orlando Magic, but clearly he'd be an upgrade at our backup center spot, and I am throwing Ricky Rubio in this deal for basically just one reason. I know he's going to regress. He's going to be a lower overall than Ty Jerome at the start of year one. So I don't mind putting him in this trade, and obviously I don't need Dean Wade and Georges Niang. They're not both going to play, so Dean Wade's the odd man out for me. I don't think they'll take this straight up. I don't have a ton of draft picks. I have some seconds, if you have any interest in those, and it takes 2 second-round picks, and we officially have a new backup center here with Mo Wagner. So other than that, I'm just going to kind of leave it the way it is. I think Okoro probably will start for me. Again, I don't know if that's how it's going to play out in real life, but here in 2K, if he has some more potential, which I think he does over Max Strus, I'm definitely going to give him the start. So other than that, I don't really see anything too crazy. I will make sure I update Ty Jerome's contract to only a 2-year deal, but I'm pretty comfortable other than that. See you guys at the start of year one. It is now officially the start of year one for us here in Cleveland. There's really no major surprises. As you can see, Isaac Okoro has gone up to a 79 overall, which really makes my choice pretty easy to start him over Max Strus. I think it makes the most sense anyways. We're going to give him the starting spot. But other than that, no surprises in the starting lineup. Going to be Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, obviously Okoro here at the 3, Evan Mobley at the 4, Jared Allen our starting center. The bench units, it's okay. It's Caris LeVert, Max Strus, Mo Wagner, Ty Jerome, and Georges Niang. So, again, I think there's room for upgrades, but that's pretty much, you can be said about every first season bench and every single rebuild I do for the most part. But I would not be surprised, especially with how much 2K loves the Cavs and how good this starting lineup is, if this team was honestly competing for a championship in year one. Would not surprise me at all. So excited to see how we do. I'll see you guys at the end of the first year. So year one is complete. We go 63-19. Honestly, I'm not too surprised. I mean, this is a good team, don't get me wrong, but obviously 2K has a bit of a man crush on them. Luka Doncic is your MVP. Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. CP3, sixth man. Claxton wins Depoy. Surprised. You actually don't see that one too much, but good for Nick Claxton. Darius Garland, Most Improved. JB Bickerstaff wins Coach of the Year, as I mentioned, 63. Wins on the season. That'll end up happening for you. So, yeah, we take the 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference. Here's a look at the West. Let's take a full look at the numbers on the season right now. And, yeah, I mean, everything's looking pretty good. We have our 2, number 1 guys in terms of scoring. Jared Allen was number 3, double-double average. Same, oh, my God, Evan Mobley is such a stud, dude. The things I would do to get him on my Celtics, I would kill. I like Evan Mobley quite a bit. But, yeah, I mean, everything's looking great on paper. Hopefully it translates to the playoffs. We have the Toronto Raptors here in round 1. Dennis Schroeder, Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, Siakam, Jakob Poeltl, OG Anunoby coming off the bench. That's certainly a decision you could make. It's not a decision you should make, or I would make, but it's a decision. Maybe I should shut my mouth because we were almost losing right now. But, yeah, we do end up winning in 6. Moving on to the Miami Heat, one of the more annoying teams to face in the playoffs. I can promise you that. They've ended up signing John Wall, Caleb Martin, obviously still here, Thomas Bryant. I mean, the Miami Heat turn it up a notch, and to say the least, in the playoffs. Hopefully they don't do that here in 2K. They don't. We sweep. Oh, shit, didn't mean to do that. And we're going to be taking on the Celtics here in the Eastern Conference Finals. Another really solid team, obviously, addition to Kristaps Porzingis this offseason. And it definitely makes me a little nervous because they're good, and they definitely have the best player in the series. But I do think we, with our 2K's favoritism, can we get by them? Going to Game 7, and we win. And we are going to be taking on Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and the rest of the Dallas Mavericks. Josh Green, Grant Williams, Clint Capella. I feel like I always see him end up on the Mavericks. I don't know what the trade package is, but you feel like you see it a lot. We're down 2-0 real quick. We make it 2-1. We go down 3-1. Going to Game 6. We are here in Dallas. Can we fight for a Game 7? Is that a possibility? Now, I don't want to hop in unless I have to, because I'm assuming we'll be back at some point in time. And, wow, we're not going to win. We're going to lose to the Dallas Mavericks in 6 games in year 1, and Luka Doncic, holy hell, who can compete with that? That might be one of the more insane Finals MVP stat lines I've ever seen. Wins Finals MVP. All right, so it is time for offseason number 2. We have a full kind of purview of our own in the offseason this time. Obviously good, and again, as I mentioned, I think there are some upgrades we can make. Hopefully we can go ahead and do that. So I saw obviously the Thunder have about 1 million draft picks. JB Bickerstaff won Coach of the Year, and he does have some decent ratings. He's also in the final year of his contract. We'll end up keeping him for now, but it could be a make or break season. We'll see. Up to the NBA draft, in terms of draft picks, we do have our own first-round pick. It is at number 29. I mean, if I'm going to make any sort of trade, I mean, is there an upgrade that's significant enough? I'm comfortable with Wagner and LeVert as backups. I think they'll be good enough. I think maybe there's an avenue I explore and upgrade with the backup point guard spot. I don't have a problem with Max Strus in real life here in 2K. I think he could be a bit overpaid and really not good enough at some point. If he regresses, maybe we'll see, but I'll keep him for now as my backup small forward. But backup power forward, upgrading that is definitely an option. So what I might look to do is maybe combine Jerome and Niang in a trade along with our draft pick and maybe another second. See if we can move up a few spots. The San Antonio Spurs own the 6th overall selection. We're going to see if they want to be in a generous mood, potentially give it to us. Along with that, they also have number 2 from themselves. This is actually a Charlotte Hornets draft pick. So Ty Jerome, Georges Niang, and our first at whatever it is, 29. That seem even to you? I didn't think so. Is there anybody else under contract here that we could potentially trade? No, it does not appear so. So if we potentially want to do this, maybe a couple seconds could entice you. How about a 3rd second-round pick potentially? No. Okay. So that's number 6. We just have to find who has number 7, and honestly, we'll just keep going down the line until we are able to figure out somebody to accept one of these deals. So number 7's not going to happen. Who has number 8? Maybe I'm shooting for the stars a little bit here, but I'm trying to go as high as I possibly can. Number 8, the Denver Nuggets. Really? They're not going to have the money to do this. Which means we're looking at number 9, and now some of these teams, again, we're kind of getting into the territory of, yeah, you're probably not going to have the money to make this happen. The New York Knicks, they agree to that. All right, so the 9th overall selection, we're thinking either point guard, power forward, whatever it may be. Let's look at the summary so far. Cody Williams, Isaiah Collier obviously would have been a great pick for us. He ended up going number 2. That really never seemed like an option for us. Bronny James, what a story that could have been potentially. Spurs throwing just a wrench in my plans right now. Actually, is there a way to get Bronny James? I just think that'd be a cool story. I mean, Cleveland, I mean, it kind of would be cool anyways. I mean, let's just see. Spurs going to offer me anything? No, but I don't think I can do this, right? Yeah, I can't do that. So in order to make that happen, I actually have to go ahead and I have to probably find a way for them to actually offer me Bronny James. Because I know it is possible, but if I do another future first, is he in any sort of trade package? No. Okay. Well, Bronny James isn't happening, at least not at this point in time. Who else is here? So, oh my God, I didn't realize Matas Buzelis is here. He's like projected to go number 1 in real life, but I got him in yesterday's video, so I'm not going to get him again. But DJ Wagner definitely fills our point guard option or point guard need, but it's Matas. I know the draft class is fucked up. I need to find a new one. But DJ Wagner works. Again, any other scenario, I'm probably taking Matas Buzelis, but I got him yesterday, and I don't need a small forward right now. But DJ Wagner, 77 overall, will be my new backup point guard. So in terms of this free agency, all we're really looking for is a new backup power forward. I think Isaac Okoro's played well enough, or he's fit into this rotation well enough where I'm not going to move on from him at this point in time. Maybe there's an avenue I could explore to find an upgrade, but we'll maybe do that next offseason if we can't find that. So Kyle Anderson feels like a great option as our new backup power forward. Obviously, we've already replaced our backup point guard, and so we're going to sign Okoro to a real deal. We bring in Anderson on a 3-year deal, and I'm pretty content with the moves we made this offseason. So how much does Okoro want? Wants about $15 million a year. So definitely going to have to play pretty well for us next year if he wants to stay on this team on that contract. So we will see, but I'm excited about the moves we've made. I will see you guys at the start of year 2. So we ended up losing in the finals last year. Obviously, that stings. We went ahead and reshaped our bench a little bit in hopes of potentially putting us just over the hump just a little bit more. But I like this team. Obviously, you can see a little bit more development for some of these guys. Here's how it's going to play out. It's Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen. Bench unit's going to be Karis LeVert. I'm giving DJ Wagner the 7th man spot. I want to get him the most minutes possible to develop him as much as I really can. I think he's going to be solid for us. Followed by Kyle Anderson, Mo Wagner, and then Max Strus is down to a 76 overall. It kind of sucks to see, but honestly, I mean, it is what it is at this point, man. I think he's a lot better in real life than he is in this game. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. 68-14 is our record to end year number 2. Joel Embiid wins his 2nd career MVP, and hopefully we are well on our way to another championship here in Cleveland. Oh, well, Matas Buzelis, not Matt Buzelis, but yeah, he fell all the way to number 10. Obviously, we had the opportunity to draft him. We did not because it wasn't a position of need when you're as good as we are and you have a pick that high. You're supposed to draft off. Well, I don't even want to say that. My theory on this is if you suck, you're a shithole team, a dog shit franchise, and there's a really good player available, but he doesn't fit your team, you still draft him because when you are drafting really high, you take the best player available. I don't care if you already have a guy who's really good at that same position. And, yeah, that's just kind of my take on that. By the way, I'm talking to you, Charlotte Hornets. Markelle Fultz, 6th man of the year. Joel Embiid is your DPOY. Anthony Black, most improved. JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year for the second straight season. That doesn't mean much without a championship. So I think we've set ourselves up really, really nice. I don't really think there's anything else major we could have done to potentially put this team even into 70-plus wins. I think we should be good enough to go out and get it done this year. So it's up to these guys at this point in time. Do not choke, and let's go to win this damn thing. New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Barrett, Julius Randle, Aaron Bradshaw, Markelle Fultz won a Sixth Man of the Year. Can we get by New York here in round number 1? Up 3-0 right now. We do end up winning in 4. Moving on, Atlanta Hawks, another one of 2K's babies. Always end up losing DeJounte Murray, which obviously his contract extension isn't quite updated yet. Maybe there's a shared file out there that has it, but I do need to find a new and updated shared file. But yeah, 2K loves the Atlanta Hawks, and they love Trae Young. They really, really love Trae Young. We're up 3-2, and we're going to 7. Just don't get me wrong, this is a decent team. There's absolutely no planet that we should be going to 7 games with this team. It's just not happening. All right, Pistons here, Eastern Conference Finals. Young, up-and-coming group. They've added a couple veterans here, Chris Middleton, DeMar DeRozan. OG Anunoby's a tremendous addition as well. I like the moves they made. I really do. Oh, my God, are we going to lose? Don't do that. We're 2-2 right now. We go up 3-2, and we are back in the NBA Finals, this time taking on already NBA champion Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. So, Jamal Murray, Terrence Arcidiacono. Yeah, he went a pick before us this year. I remember seeing his name on the board. MPJ, Gordon, Nikola Jokic, added Mitchell Robinson off the bench. Maybe a little fire and ice in terms of their skill sets, in terms of the centers. Interesting. We end up losing 1, win 2, win 3, win 4, and can we close out the Denver Nuggets here on our home court? Okay, that's not the start we were looking for. Holy shit. Okay, well, we're battling a little bit here. You know what? I'll see you guys in there. Let's see if we can hold this lead. It is a 2-point lead with 2 minutes to go here in Cleveland. I am nervous. Don't go backcourt. Not in 2 minutes. It is a high-stress situation. We are hoping to capitalize and win our first championship. Oh, my God. That's a fast-ass release. Yeah, that's my fault. I don't know why I did that. I don't know his release, and I should not have done that. I want to make sure the starters in the game. Not having all the starters in the game just feels idiotic at this point. There's an argument to maybe bring in 1 or 2 of the bench pieces, like maybe either LeVert or Strus over Okoro at this point. I wouldn't. Oh, my God. We can't be giving Nikola Jokic second chances. Holy shit, we got lucky there. But Jared Allen looks like him and Isaac Okoro are going to check in. Back outside. Karis LeVert. Jump shot. No. Put back. Oh, my God. I love you, Evan Mobley. I love you. What a play. Just playing volleyball up there. Just putting it right back up. All right, 1:28 left. It is a 4-point game. Going to try to lock up Jamal Murray. That's not an easy thing to do, especially come playoff time. Nikola Jokic wearing number 34 because they've retired. Oh, my God. Fell asleep. Caught napping. No, I'm not taking our final timeout. I was just going to say, I say this every time, Nikola Jokic not being able to wear 15 because they retired it from Melo. Don't get me wrong, Melo, obviously, great Denver Nugget, was all-time player, but I think Jokic, I need to focus. Jokic is in a tier above him at this point, in my opinion. Holy shit, we blew it. Okay, I still don't want to take the timeout. I think there's a spot where we could need it more, but I really need to lock it the fuck in right now. We're on Donovan Mitchell here. He's got 25, 4, and 6 on the night. I'm going to call the screen from Kyle Anderson, who's in right now. Kick it back. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Holy shit, that's stressing me out. But it sucks. Now we're at the free throw line with Kyle Anderson, and he has to stay in the game, obviously. But we're going to be able to get a Okoro in, it looks like. But Anderson's going to have... Oh, what the fuck is that release, Kyle? Oh, man. They're going to put Aaron Gordon in... Are you pulling Nikola Jokic? Oh, my God. You're fucking delusional. The second free throw up and good. It's not like you're in like a defensive-minded spot right now, and even if you were, you still don't pull Nikola Jokic to put in, Mitchell Robinson, but you need to score. I don't know why I do these things. I don't. Why do I speak? Because when I speak, bad things happen. That sucks. All right, starters in the game. Do I want to keep Okoro in, or is there an argument for maybe LeVert? You know what? I'm going to keep Okoro in. If this decision is, it backfires for me, whatever, it may be. But I also get Jared Allen in the game now, which is good. Get him in. And, yeah, okay. We're down 2 right now. Garland gets his shit stuff. Jared Allen gets the ball back. We score immediately. Okay. That's exactly what I needed. That's why you need Jared Allen in the game right now. Him and Mobley both obviously just absolutely ginormous. All right, I am not playing on-ball defense against Jamal Murray. I do not think that is a wise decision. Murray gets it to... No, he does not get it to go. Kick it over Donovan Mitchell. Slow it down. We basically can hold for the last shot. Basically. Not 100%. It's about a second off from each other. 116-116 here in Game 5. Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Can we close out the Denver Nuggets on our home floor? I'm going to call for the screen right now from Evan Mobley. Mitchell going by Donovan. Oh, my God. Denver timeout. 2 seconds left. Holy shit. That was just way too easy. Mitchell just got the step on, well, Mitchell Robinson, and the rest could potentially be history. So we are going to make sure we have the best defensive lineup possible in right now. Let's just see what 2K says it is. It is literally just the starting lineup. So, who's my backup point guard? Is there somebody I'm better on defense? DJ Wagner would be a 78 overall. Or actually, he's an 80 overall defensively. I don't really trust the defense of Darius Garland. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but we'll roll with it. Whatever. All right, 2 seconds left here to go. Can we stop them from scoring or potentially winning this game? We're going to try to deny ball here with Jared Allen. We're not going to let Jamal Murray get the ball. He's going to get the shot off, and he misses, and we win it all, baby. The first one in Cleveland since 2016. I will see you guys with the Finals MVP. We end up winning it all here in year 2, and Donovan Mitchell is your Finals MVP. Absolutely beautiful. I am excited for this final offseason. Obviously, we have hopes of winning another championship, and I'm feeling pretty good. We're not going to have any lottery picks. Good God. Give the Atlanta Hawks another draft asset. Oh, my God. We're going to bring back JB Bickerstaff. Just won a championship with him as our head coach. No reason to move on from him, so we will re-sign him as our head coach. Let's head up to the NBA draft right now. I do not believe we're going to have any other first-round picks. We do not. That's fine by me. Let's hit team player options real quick. Donovan Mitchell, free agent. Obviously, he's going to be getting his bag. Also need to pay Evan Mobley. Monty Bates, I'll just qualify. He's probably not going to be in the rotation, but he'll probably accept that qualifying offer. So, yeah, Donovan Mitchell, definitely a priority for me right now. Karis LeVert, Mo Wagner, also free agents, but we're going to pay Donovan Mitchell. This man just won a Finals MVP for us. So, yeah, let's just go ahead, pay him his money. We're just going to max him out. That's a max deal. Have to make sure he doesn't leave. If he does, we're fucked. And then Evan Mobley, honestly, I'm just going to qualify because we are heading into the final season. And then I could bring back Karis LeVert. I think there's an avenue for that to possibly happen for me. So, doesn't want a ton of money. We'll give him a 3-year deal. I'm going to do the same thing with Mo Wagner in all likelihood. So, everybody else, Malachi Flynn, Frank Jackson, Rocco, NBA champion. Robert Covington was on this team. Well, now NBA champion. But Mo Wagner coming back as well, I think is a good option. What I might do right now is, I hate to do it, I might explore an upgrade at the small forward spot. I don't have to do it, but honestly, if I can find somebody who's just a little bit better than Isaac Okoro, it definitely can't hurt. So let's just explore some options. Zach LaVine would be a very welcomed addition on this team. Now, it would cost pretty hefty costs. So starting small forward, backup power forward. Now, the reason I'm not too hesitant to do this is because I think Kyle Anderson will regress. He's a 79 overall right now. I think that's going to go down. You can say the same thing about Strus. LaVine's been playing well for the Bulls. He's only 30 years old. Let's hopefully go ahead and get this trade to go through. So, yeah, it might cost some draft capital or something like that. It is the final season, so I'm not too worried about it. It take 2 first-round draft picks with Zach LaVine now going to be our new starting small forward. What we're actually going to do is we're going to go a 9-man rotation, so Karis LeVert will be like kind of a combo backup shooting guard, backup small forward, so that's fine by me, and then technically Donovan Mitchell just won't have a backup, but is what it is. So LeVert gets moved to the small forward spot. I will also edit his secondary, and then we also need to find ourselves a new backup power forward, so we're feeling pretty good. I think 9-man rotations do typically work well for me. And then in terms of backup power forward options here in free agency, Chris Boucher, Caleb Martin, he's even an option. Real life, I definitely probably sign Martin. I think in this game, Boucher makes a little more sense for me, though. So welcome to the team, Chris Boucher. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. Third and final year for us here in Cleveland. We're fresh off a championship, and we still made a major change, adding Zach LaVine to an already super talented group. I'm pumped to see how this works out. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Zach LaVine. Evan Mobley's actually up to a 97 overall. It's recommended he plays 38 minutes a night. I'm just going to leave him at 35. I think that's fine. Followed by Jared Allen. Bench unit DJ Wagner up to an 82 overall. He'll be my 6th man, followed by Karis LeVert. Kind of that combo shooting guard, small forward fit for us. Mo Wagner's still here, and then Chris Boucher. So I think this team's fitting very well together. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. I really respect how much 2K loves Darius Garland. Well, maybe when I'm only doing Cavs rebuilds or he's on one of my teams. We go 68-14 once again, by the way. Hopefully well on our way to a second straight championship. Cooper Flagg's your Rookie of the Year. He's in Atlanta, and Sean Bones Highland is your Sixth Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama, another depoy. I think he's already won one today. Derek Lively, the second most improved. JB Bickerstaff, I think that's 3 straight Coach of the Years. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, far and away best record in all of basketball. Here is a look at the numbers on the year. So some things changed because obviously we added a guy in Zach LaVine who can very easily score 20-plus points a game, and he did that for us. So nothing too crazy, though. Rebounds was Mobley. He's an absolute stud. And then assists was Darius Garland, who just won an MVP. Obviously, he's a stud as well. Toronto Raptors here in round 1. Davion Mitchell, Kevin Huerter, Scotty Barnes, Miles Bridges, Pirtle, Yusuf Nurkic. Okay. New look Toronto Raptors. Same result, losing in the playoffs. Well, actually, I can't chirp them. They won it all in 2019. Nope. I'll take that back, and I'll take my shit for that. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Middleton, Kuminga, Jalen Duren, Azar Thompson, Jonathan Isaac. All right, I think we can beat this team. Okay, we win in 6. In the 6th-seeded Charlotte Hornets, who have added Franz Wagner. Brandon Miller now playing the 4. Interesting, but I think we're better. And we win in 6, and we're taking on the Thunder. Kind of a team I wanted to avoid just because 2K, again, loves them, and obviously a young team, about 85 million draft picks, and yeah, they're pretty good. So we're 1-1 with them right now. We actually go down 2-1. Oh, my God. Pump the brakes on the Thunder love a little bit, man. Shea's an awesome player, and he's incredible, and their future is super bright, but I don't think that team was better than us. But I don't know. We still won a championship. We built a hell of a squad, and I had fun with this rebuild. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it. But yeah, man, that is pretty much it. As always, we're always open to your guys' video ideas because we are in quite literally the most dead time of year for sports, especially, well, here in the U.S. anyways. But there's not much else for me to do but keep doing off-season rebuilds. So if you guys have ideas, let me know down below in the comment section. But as always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.